Biscuits and tea.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just if you are a math genius and we could utilize your talent to get us to have different propulsion systems, which I don't believe that we don't have different propulsion systems. U.S. government. I know you have some. We're seeing them on 60 Minutes. Maybe now you're new, pretending like that the Wright brothers figured out how to fly like 100 years ago, and we haven't figured out how to do anything else. Nothing. We've made no movement forward. Your planes, nothing. Not when did we fly for the first time?
Well, I think regulations are kind of messing that up because we had the Concorde. We definitely improved with the Concorde, and then they just crashed like one or two times, and they don't want to do that anymore.
I'll give it to you. But kid, your fighter jet flies faster than your commercial airline.
That's
which
also
means that they figured out
how much more money's being put into these
fly.
fighter jets than the commercial airline.
Okay, okay. I didn't say the question was not are we putting the money into it. The question was how come my commercial airline flies the same in 2020 as it did in 1970? It's the same thing. Where else are you seeing that? The technological booms that you have, that we're able to do this, and we're on different continents, and we're different states, 3 different countries, means that your calculator from 1980 is now doing this. So tell me why.
It's because we don't actually have a capitalistic system anymore. The fucking airlines own all of the market, and they don't have to advance their product. I mean, there's no competition. No one is going in there and competing with offering a better flight service or anything like that. Like, yeah, Spirit Airlines, that's the innovation that like Americans are happy with, is like you go in and you can get on a plane for super cheap. It's going to be like flying with a cardboard box to the sky, and oh, we got saving money. But like what you're saying, there's no one competing to make that better.
Well, that's not even
yeah,
just an American thing.
That's not what?
With airlines everywhere, it's just
no, no, for sure.
Yeah, but I think we're doing ourselves a disservice. I think we stopped being like, hey, let's get it going. What are we doing? We got the Concorde, failed.
I don't know if this is true, but I would guess that tickets now are way cheaper than they were in the 70s to fly.
Ooh, we got to look this up. Let's look this up. That's obviously they're going to.
Well, I'm saying you can account for inflation and everything, but I would assume they'd be cheaper now.
I'd assume we got to look that up.
How
do we look that up?
Cost of flights in 1970. A return flight between New York and London retailed for $555. With inflation, that's around $3,200 in today's money. So it was way more expensive. I think you can get to London in for $1,500 to $1,700 easy nowadays.
Yeah, but wait a second. How though? Like, did you have to schedule your flight 6 years in advance back then because there was like 2 planes to take you? What do you got, Arnis? 50 years of airfare, the evolution of price.
Oh, is that what you got too?
What you got?
Yeah.
In 1970. Okay, perfect. So this is literally 1970 versus now.
Yeah.
So, okay, were flights cheaper 50 years ago?
Legroom has it.
Or did we get fatter? We have gotten fatter. That's a fact, actually.
Very true.
But
and bigger and stronger.
American muscle. I'll tell you that about your 1970s.
Oh no, in the 70s, they were having like a bunch of forced physical activity, just getting people ready for the Vietnam War.
Yeah. Keep going just a little bit down, a little more. I think it's there. There it is. Price to pay for a trip across the U.S. However, a U.S. $48 ticket in 1963 works out at about $378 today with inflation. For a similar ticket in this day and age, the cost variance isn't that different. So the average cost of a flight to Dallas-Fort Worth in 2015 was $385 in 2020. New York would cost. Yeah. So it's about the same.
That's weird.
And that must because they're able to scale up. They're able to do more business.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, there's definitely more of a demand now.
International flights. So international airfares have become much more affordable.
Okay.
Since 1970. So the flight that would retail for $550 now with inflation, back then it was $550. That's $3,200, and now you can do it for about $1,000.
Yeah, I've gone over to Croatia for $500 on a road trip flight.
Yeah, okay. So
which is crazy.
globally. Yeah.
That's a good innovation. Like that's good. Like if they're, instead of putting money into making the best airplanes and making all of our flights expensive and things like that, I guess, okay, fair enough. You guys are figuring out ways to make this affordable for everybody. I guess that is an advancement itself. So I personally take some of the heat back that I was giving. Thank you, airlines.
I'm not. I'm not.
Will's not sold.
I'm not sold on this. I'm happy. I'm happy because that was a thing. Like back then, you didn't have to make the prices cheaper to go possibly all around the world. We weren't as interconnected, right? Yeah, now we live in a much more global society, so that's a standard. What I'm needing is that I don't know that the engineers and the innovators needed to stop at that time.
Well,
like
haven't they just turned to rockets? Which I guess
you're right. I think so.
I mean, I don't know. We're making moves on like these rockets being able to land in.
Isn't China? They just landed on Mars too, right?
What?
I think China's
not allowed on Mars.
Oh, you mean he means the, what do you call it? The rover, or what do you call those things?
China's Mars rover.
They got their own rover
on Red Planet. Yeah.
What if ours just goes over and just kills it?
That's what I was going to say. That's what we should do. America shouldn't let anybody else on Mars. How much of a conflict would that cause?
That's going to be a conflict.
Is it not already? It is in the satellites. We have satellite wars, like actual satellites that are like armed and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
I know they're worried. A lot of NASA people are worried about how much like stuff we just have in orbit. We're like, yeah, if we just keep throwing more satellites up here and they stop being used, we're not going to be able to leave our orbit because there's just going to be like an asteroid belt of just junk flying around.
There is already. I saw they made it one of those big Imax. Those do they still have that shit? I haven't been in the US forever. Imax.
There used to be one in DC. Yeah, Imax theater. Yeah, there's one.
People still go.
There's one in DC.
People don't go to that shit anymore. We're so done.
People
go and they you get a restaurant service now. Will you sit down and they bring a food menu for you, a drink menu, the whole thing now? Yeah, you go to the IMAX.
I will say I did see something. It was going over like space. I think we have one of our history museums, and it was something going over the universe and space. It was one of the coolest things as a kid, like just massive screens, super loud, and just flying around space.
You know what I'm
sick
of?
All this crazy stuff.
What?
3D movies. Can we stop with 3D movies? And you walk in, they give you the paper plastic thing. Is that really what we're doing here? Like, we have VR systems, all this shit, and like they're still handing out these pieces of paper with plastic colored film to go watch this movie. And like, what are we doing?
Those things too, the glasses make it so the movie's like the size of your phone that's like just held out in front of you. It like shrinks the whole screen. 3D movies are garbage.
Oh wow, are they? The last 3D movie you guys got to know. What's the last 3D movie I saw? I mean, I've only seen one.
Stuart Little?
Really.
I don't know.
No. What
Disney.
was the big one? The big one in the last 10 years.
Star Wars.
Oh, that's a good guess. Avatar.
You might have seen Avatar. Oh, did you just say Avatar?
Yeah, Avatar.
You didn't let me guess, dude.
Yeah.
I thought you'd gone.
No, I was gonna say Avatar. I was gonna guess Avatar.
No, he heard Avatar and then said Avatar. He didn't guess it right.
I was good.
You're right on that 3D, the 3D thing. There are some things that I think need to jump forward. Yeah, you're right. Like we hand out these paper things. Why are we doing that?
That was like 2002. Everyone was impressed in 2002, guys, when we got the things. All right, it's 2021. Stop handing them out, AMC. They're headquartered here in Kansas City. I think we should literally show up to their headquarters and start picketing and saying, stop doing the 3D. We don't care.
Their headquarters is in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta swing by.
AMC, yeah. They're doing great too.
You know what would we be okay with? Because that's part of the thing. I don't want to be part of a culture that complains about things. I mean, as far as
I want there to be a VR headset that you pull from behind the seat.
Exactly.
And I want to put it on, and then I want the seat to like freaking go like this and back.
Yes.
And that's what I want, dude.
Yes.
Anything else? I don't care. Stop paying for the food and the waitresses and the waiters and the no.
Yeah.
Let's just create that.
Tyler.
Well, then what's the point of going to the theater?
Because everybody, it's outside
just for the
your
headset.
place. And also, maybe we'll find a way to make it interconnected. I mean, it's the internet. Maybe you play games beforehand or whatever, or maybe you're interactive, or maybe you can see the people that you're like involved. But like, I want it to do more now that we have the more. Let's utilize that. Or I'm gonna get a projector, because these projectors, if you have just a decent sized wall, is a movie theater in my house, and I don't have to give you $35 just to get in, and then $85 just to have your like a piece of popcorn. I don't need to do that, do I?
The answer is no. The answer is no, but people still go because it's nostalgic and you get the movies early. And that's the only thing that these theaters have still is like they have access to those select movies that play, before it comes out and stuff. But like that's all shifting away from that, obviously, because all the streaming services, you got Amazon Prime, billions of dollars just getting the best actors, the best directors doing these films. It's like I don't know. AMC is doing well because of all that crazy stuff with that Tyler you involved with the GameStop and all that kind of stuff. But I Twitch should buy AMC and start just running esports out of all of their AMC theaters, like during the day, like when no one else is in there, like during this like summer when no one's in there during the day. Just start doing esports out of those freaking things, man.
Yeah, I mean, they got to turn into something. I mean, they got all the infrastructure for something like that to happen. It would be pretty cool. And I mean,
so during COVID, they were renting them out. You could get one pretty cheap. Like you could just get one for 5 people.
get what? A movie theater?
The whole theater.
For
You know,
what?
like
For how
theater.
much?
It wouldn't be that much. I don't think they were like allowed to have more than a certain amount of people in them. So,
But to do what? They're just going to watch the
you
movie?
go play video games. You go watch music. Just
So
you just go mess
they were
around in the
doing that.
theater. Yeah.
What? I didn't know that.
Like a family could just go and just rent. I didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, people were doing some sort of things like that.
That's insane.